All right, everyone. We are back here. This is game number 4 now between Big Ego Crew on the Legion side and Hex on the Hellborn side. If you're just tuning in, we have Big Ego Crew taking the last game. They are now up 2 games to 1. Pretty exciting Scrim series here we got. And the bands,
There's fish.
the band.
Sorry.
Yeah, hold on.
Sorry.
It's okay. You can be excited. It's fine. The bands are pretty much the same as we've been seeing, except a little bit different bands coming out from Zanuki here. We got Magnus and Gladiator. I say different. Those are banned all the time, but they haven't really been banned here this series specifically. But it seems like Big Ego Crew they don't want to play against Draconis or Zanuki Madman, as he has had some pretty solid performances with Mid Madman. But okay, go ahead, take it away.
There's fish.
There's fish. Okay, he's pretty excited.
Anyway, yeah, so Shark can picks up the nice Myrmidon pick. I love it, as always. And Snooki picks up MIA Andromeda Deadwood, so heavy physical and negative armor picks here from Snooki. And, well, Shorkan does pick up an Aluna and the Moraxis, besides the star of the show, of course.
hmm Besides the
And
star of the show being Mr. Fish.
yes, indeed. Uh, I wonder if it's gonna be a main support or second support Fish, because I think Fish is a better second support hero as it can do a lot with items, but also Aluna is also a decent second support hero.
hmm I agree.
Uh, mhm,
Um,
well,
so Moa Andro Deadwood, that's like a potential tri lane in the making as well. That's a pretty nasty triple minus armor tri lane. And I'm not saying we will see a tri lane, but if the game calls for a tri lane, boy oh boy, that's a tri lane that when I used to draft like a couple years ago, I used to think of Moa Andro Deadwood as a pretty strong tri lane with Moa as a farmer, but he's kind
mhm.
of transitioned now into both a support and a farmer. Because I'm a big fan of second support Deadwood, but I don't know if we'll see second support Deadwood. Sometimes Hex likes to throw that on Dude for second support, so props to them because I love second support Deadwood. But
Yeah,
we'll see if they just
yeah.
maybe do a more standard like Andro Deadwood dual lane or a Andro Moa combo somewhere and Deadwood just laning solo somewhere. They have lots
Mhm.
of options. These are very flexible picks, so I like that in that sense. The bans, let's see here. We got a Sandwraith ban, a Swiftblade ban, and a Rally ban from Shorecan.
Yeah.
So addressing some of those secondary carry options or main carry options as we still haven't seen where the MOA will go. Then we have a Midas, Pebbles, and Lord Sulphurus band. So looks like those are some Sate targeted bands from Zanuki.
Yeah, definitely. And they pick up very interesting heroes on shorthand again. So I love this from Big Ego again.
Oh
And
my god. We're gonna see Carrie Hellringer.
oh my god.
That's a clout middle by the way for Sate, I'm pretty sure.
hmm
Because Volka is the Moraxis player. So I think oh my god, are we gonna see a tri-lane come out from Big Ego Crew here with the Hellbringer? Or I actually don't know
I
how
was
they
gonna
like to
say,
how they like to run that
because
Hellbringer.
the Swiftblade ban gave me the impression that they do wanna do a tri lane. Because otherwise, well, the Swiftblade is not the strongest in tri lanes, but it's hard to kill with just magic heroes like Fish and Aluna. So yeah, that gave me the impression. And Snooki picks up the Revenant again, which he did run in the last cycle finals with very little successes. They did run it in the final game and got pretty demolished by Big Ego Crew. So let's see if he can make it work this time.
I'm calling it right now. I think we're seeing farming Andro and farming Revenant. Farming Andro, farming Revenant, and Kraken.
hmm
And also, I think Hex kind of read into the tri lane here from Big Ego Crew. They're just sending a solo Kraken against that, and they're tri laning offensively. I actually
He
love what
did
they're doing.
Hellbringer training, huh?
I do think at the same time they could have tri laned in the short lane and just sent Kraken to 1v1 Meraxis, but they could be expecting Big Ego Crew to try lane defensively with the Hellbringer.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I think the Switchblade ban kind of made it a little obvious they wanted to offensive try lane. It's a bit of those mind games coming into play. But who do you think's
Yeah.
gonna do the rotating? Do you think we're gonna see uh
So
like
I
the
feel
Legion's
like
try lane rotate away? I feel like they can't really leave Hellbringer solo in the top
no,
lane.
that's what
So
I was gonna say.
so I
They're not that flexible. They would need to commit every hero then, and then swap the lanes completely. So the Hellbringer goes too.
yeah. Um and this is where I really like Hex's draft. I feel like their heroes are very flex, which is what I like about their picks. And I think Revenant getting a 1v1 matchup against a melee hero, I think that's going to be really great for him. Cloud can actually output quite a lot of damage, but
Yeah.
I think he is going to struggle a bit laning against the Revenant, the power of the auto attacks and the mortification as he gets a couple more levels. We'll see though. But this is a pretty nasty tri lane from Big Ego Crew at the same time.
Yeah. What they
Tri
could do
triple
is
ranged
put
heroes.
one of the supports to mid lane, reducing the kill potential on the Kraken. But how much do you really want to shut down the Kraken? And then you can shut down Snooki, who I think has been shut down the last time he played Remnant. So he's looking to snowball this game. I think he really wants to have an impression with that Revenant.
Yeah, I think committing 3 up here to the Kraken,
Wait a
and
minute,
we're
they're
gonna
just boarding
see
top.
Deadwood port up here. But I don't know if I really like that. I feel like they should just let Kraken take the bullet up here.
Yeah, I think it's not the best either. But I think MOA and Andrew can shut down the
So
Morax's
they're
plan
porting
B.
Kraken to bottom. It looks like they wanna get that
Oh,
lane setup of Kraken versus Moraxis that we were calling from the
huh.
beginning. And
Okay, so they're doing the thing you like. They're doing the opposite of it now.
and this I feel like is great from Hex because if you're Hex, I think you actually want to try lane. They have a lot of minus armor. Look at that damage coming in onto Aluna. Who's gonna go down first? The bloodlust is gonna happen on top of Aluna. Deadwood, he is just too tanky as a second support with that shield and the power supply. And there's just so many reasons I love the Andro Deadwood Moa tri lane. I mean, even from level 1, before the minus armor spells come into play, just having the stuns, the disables on all the heroes. Once the level 2s and the level 3s come in, I mean, triple range is generally very strong, but when you have minus armor and 3 heroes hitting on one guy, I mean, the big ego crew tri lane is gonna melt so quickly. I actually can't wait
Yeah,
to see
I think if
it come into
planned
play.
a stun and a rotten grasp, or a rotten grasp first on anyone, they just die on this lane.
Yeah. Now,
Uh,
with that being said, having Andro as the farmer in the tri lane here is going to be really difficult for them to get creep kills. So I feel like they're
mhm.
not going to get a lot of creep kills, but they're going to be, when they're all full mana, full HP, they're going to be going for the kills.
Yeah, for sure. And as well as Legion team, they also I think wanna be going for the kills, but
Here
I
comes a
think they're gonna
stun
get turned on
from
here.
Master of
Rotten
Arms
Grasp
into the
hitting
Rotten
two.
Grass. Yep, the Rotten Grass hits 2. Here comes the damage again onto Aluna, but a great spread coming out from Big Ego Crew. The power throw will hit onto both Moa and Andromeda, I believe, but it's not enough for any kills.
Okay,
So
Shorkan.
health potion is there for Andromeda.
Okay. So yeah, there is a lot of counter pressure. Once their negative armor spells were off and perhaps they don't get a kill. That was an intentional dying to the neutrals because he's only level 2, he's got 0 gold.
Yeah, so he bought
Fast
out a
sword play.
potion
Yeah.
and a TP. That's fine. So Kraken now 10 and 0 against Moraxis 18 and 2. So Moraxis I think getting the early start even though he was against 3. I think he picked up a couple creep kills. We're going to have a stun come out onto Hellbringer. He's
Or
in a
actually,
pretty offensive position here. He's getting kind of caught off to the side. Here comes a Weedfield from Myrmidon. The power supply coming in from Short Cannon. They bait it. They get the kill onto Deadwood. Now the auto attacks do come in, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. Andromeda
nice
has a
Wheatfield.
Chalice. Yep, a very nice Weedfield. So they trade support for support. Both secondary supports it look like fall.
Mm-hmm.
And despite Deadwood being the tankiest hero here, he actually ends up falling first. So I guess the triple ranged pressure from the auto attacks coming into play there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, Hellbringer's crew score has 18 last hits compared to Andrew 16, so not doing too shabby on the Andrew to be honest.
How's the mid lane
Uh,
going? We got 19 and 2 Cloud against 21 and 7. So Revenant is winning, but not by a large margin. We're gonna see the double damage rune picked up here. So, oh boy, that's gonna be some damage coming in from Snooki. Here comes the
oh, that's gonna
mortification,
hurt.
the auto attacks. Now there is some return pressure from the goblins, but I think Revenant gonna be too strong here. Oh, the disarm coming in, but there's the power supply. So yeah, the DD Revenant, that is just too much. Claw without the boots as well. I mean, how do you
Hmm.
get away from that slow from the defile?
Yeah. I think he
20%.
realized he was pretty dead and he took the only chance to try to go for counter kill.
Yeah.
Which could have worked if Revenant stayed in melee range and took every single immobile
Here
disarm.
comes a
And
Wheatfield following up that Emerald Red into the power throw. Hellbringer, he's trying to get in range for a kill, but Hellbringer's taking a lot of damage. Here comes the auto attacks. The acid bomb doing so much damage. Myrmidon forced to use the power supply, and Hellbringer gets the one kill, but he ends up falling as well. Myrmidon, he's gonna
oh,
fall. No, he does not fall.
oh,
They
the
get the kill
fish,
onto Andromeda.
the
The,
fish.
the fish! The fish! He gets a double tap. And they actually, was that a hat trick on the tri
It
lane?
was a 3 kills for Legion, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 kills and they only lost Hellbringer. So three
Hmm.
for one.
So what ended up happening is, I think Andrew moved an inch while he was getting hit by the magic carp, and that's why he got stunned and couldn't kill the fish.
Rotten Grasp
Uh,
here is going to land. Are they going to have the follow up though? Doesn't look like it. The supports. Well, I say supports, but Andrew is not a support here. They can't get in range in time. The runes will be double camped here by Hex, it looks like. The Rotten Grasp will actually deter. I believe Dad would pick that up, right?
yeah, no, 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 Cloud got it.
Oh, Cloud got it. Okay, so despite the grasp coming in, he doesn't prevent the rune away from Cloud.
Some farming going on, and okay, so Cloud will be coming into top lane, and they're going on the Moa. Moa's gonna die. Andrew.
He's gonna get slowed up by the waveform from Myrmidon. Here comes a fish. Wheatfield will miss, but the power throw comes in. Mex. You can't give this man a Luna. He just always gets the kills.
Yeah, meanwhile bot lane, Kraken's gone on by the Moraxis. One Moraxis is
Yeah,
gonna
here
live.
comes Revenant though. Meraxis doesn't have a TP. He could end up falling here. He doesn't have a Matrix for 20 seconds. And he will fall.
The illusion rune on Revenant is pretty strong.
Great rotation coming in, despite losing the Kraken. But yeah, Moraxis winning this bottom lane very handedly. He's 300 GPM against the 220 of Kraken, and I think he was even 350 before that death. So
Mm-hmm.
Moraxis doing very, very well in the bottom lane against Kraken.
Meanwhile, top lane, oh, stun comes out Dutch on edge and the rotten grass of cell, and he's taking a lot of damage.
A
But
lot of
counter
acid
pressure
bomb damage coming out here onto both Hellbringer and Aluna. They get the one kill onto Moa, but now it's a 2v2, and the supports are only alive here. Andromeda putting in some good damage. But they take out the Hellbringer, so the better target coming out. Better kill coming out for Hex there.
By the way, they rotated the Revenant to the bot lane like permanently. It
Yep,
looks
Kraken
like.
ported into the mid lane. I think we'll maybe see Snooki go for the bottom rune. Meanwhile, Kraken, he's going to already go for the top rune. So they're doing a good job of already controlling the runes once again. And the
Nice
Wheatfield will
VP.
land here onto Andromeda. He does not have mana for a fish, but it's not going to matter. The Demon Strike comes in from Hellbringer. They take out the farming Andromeda. And Kraken actually picks up an Invis rune. He has released the Kraken ready to go. He's going to throw out the slow. Here comes to release the Kraken onto Hellbringer. And one more auto attack should do it. He's not using the charge right away, but there he gets another splash. Auto
Nice
attack.
demon strike by Dutch hitting both the Kraken and the Deadwood, but not gonna matter in the end.
We'll see where Kraken decides to go. I think he's going to port to bottom, perhaps?
Mm,
No, he's actually going to continue to go mid.
Okay, so they're addressing the fact that Kraken has not had the best time against the Moraxis, so they keep sending the Revenant bot, I guess. But he might just come top again, get some kills. Now he's He's porting to mid lane actually, invising both him and the Kraken,
He's
and they're
already
going for
level
a kill.
9, so he's got level 2 of that Essence Shot. Here comes a charge onto
Oh
Cloud, and
my
Cloud,
god.
look at that damage coming in from the Mortification on top of the auto attacks.
Yeah.
I believe they even attacked, one of them attacked out of Essence Shroud, putting minus armor, so the splash did
Mhm.
huge damage there.
Yeah.
Look at, and Zuzuki gonna
That's
place
awesome.
a deep ward. They're gonna really try to keep focusing on this Clout, keep him down, because he's not a hero that really farms that quickly. So if they keep shutting him down, he's gonna really struggle this game.
Yeah, and I feel like it's soon time for Legion to realize this Trident is not that worth it because they have 3 heroes on level 5 at 10 minutes. It's not ideal to say the least. And also, they're not having the best of time on the Hellbringer, so it's not improving
Here
his.
comes the Parade of Power. It's gonna catch Deadwood, and they're gonna get the quick kill. Will they look to do a dive? As I think the TBs are on cooldown from the remaining heroes. Andromeda's gonna pour it out. The Quake Stun. It's gonna stop the TB from Andromeda. Moa's gonna cancel his port as well. I don't think that's the correct decision, and they actually end up getting a hat trick in the end. 2 kills on the Clout. So great rotation from all 5 here of
Mhm.
Big Ego crew to control this top area. But while this is going on, we do have Kraken and Revenant picking up some farm. Revenant picks up another double damage rune. Great rune
Yeah,
control coming
Revenant
out from Hex this
definitely
game.
looking good this game. I am very curious to see what he's gonna buy and how he's gonna play from here. As 2-man rotation, Cloud and Morex is going in the mid lane. Cloud
Kraken,
does
he's going to
not
throw out the release the
ring.
Kraken. The auto attacks with the Defile coming out from Revenant with that double damage rune, but Kraken is going to fall, and the numbers are here in Big Ego crew. Will they get the kill here onto Revenant? Looks like they're just going to go for the tower tonight, but Mizuki, he's going for the big play. He has the ward of sight. He's going to throw out the one auto attack. The Mortification comes out. There is no team support. He is 1 versus 4 here, and is he going to be able to... Oh
The
my
fish
god.
never
The
dies.
fish!
No, the fish is dying.
Oh! Rotten Grass coming in from Duder actually snipes him out. He almost gets the second kill onto Volca with the power supply keeping him alive. A huge Rotten grasp in the background.
Definitely
Level
huge.
6 Willowmaker is available. He's gonna spot out the Cloud here. If he can line up a Rotten Grass, this will be another kill. He's gonna see him
He has a
on
ward
the
on him,
ward,
but
but he's not
he's not
gonna
gonna
go
try.
for it.
Ah. That ward has. I think it should have been given away by at least Snooki and Duder hitting that grasp. But maybe Legion team doesn't have an idea that it's there.
Look at what Big Ego Crew's doing. They got plated greaves on the Aluna, Ring of the Teacher on Myrmidon, and Ringmail as well. So they're gonna continue to stack up the armor.
Yeah, I
Pretty
was gonna
smart of
point
them
out.
to. Oh, bottom
Mhm.
lane. Hellbringer's in some trouble, and I mean dead trouble. I feel like I've said that quite a lot of times, but that was. I think Hellbringer was there, and then he wasn't there. It was that quick.
Mhm. The Revenant ganks are definitely coming into play this game, and Snooki is having an amazing time at the moment.
395 gold per minute on the Revenant. He's the top farmer. And
And also the
Andromeda
fish
sitting on
in the
300
top lane.
GPM. Speaking of Andromeda, Parade of Power is going to come in. Here comes the swap onto Moa. It's not going to keep him alive, and they both end up falling in the end. It's a double tap coming out for Clout. So similar story to I think it was about 2 minutes ago when we saw the last Parade of Power up in the top lane. And you know the Clout, it's had a little bit of a struggle, but he's starting to really show its potential here as he's picked up 6 kills now, and he's sitting on 300 GPM, which isn't too bad.
Cloud is one of those heroes that can do without getting a lot of farm as well. But farm is great on Cloud as well, but just the XP as
Invis,
2
Kraken, and
heroes.
Revenant. Charge will be missed. Here comes the Malphus. Now he will get bursted down. Fish is trying to go for a return kill. Will the stuns
Oh,
come in? The Minotaur comes in as the Malphus triggers the Minotaur stomp, and Zanuki will end up falling there. That looked so
oh my
funny.
god.
That was
If that was
100% the
intentional,
Malphus.
then that's amazing. But that's just moving the Malphus in range so the Minotaur cancels the TP of Nuki.
Hmm.
That's so good.
Kraken's gonna get stunned up. Here comes a Magikarp, and will they get the catch here? The Weedfield does
Nice.
connect, and here comes the stomp from Moraxis. They're gonna get the kill onto Kraken. So
Shotgun, you make me proud.
Kraken is gonna continue to struggle toward getting his portal key, only sitting on 500 gold.
Shortgun's definitely making me proud this game. He's playing the fish very
Five,
good.
2, and 10. Yeah, he used to
He's
play
been
a
in
lot of fish,
15
so he's no
out of
stranger to
18
the
kills.
fish.
Yeah, he's no stranger to the fish.
So, as an expert fish player, how do you like his skill build? He's got three
Okay,
into the
so
Magikarp, two into the Weed Field, and then 1/1.
so I was gonna point it out that he put two into the wheat field early on level 3, I think. And since the Aluna only has a 1 second, 1.25 second stun, it's not the best setup stun. So I would have liked to see him go for the Magikarp
Okay.
early game as well as it having multiple targets, so it's better for lane harassing. I usually like to max that ability, unless I have like a reliable setup stun like a Magma stun, but they didn't really have that this game. So, and skilling the ulti on level 6, I completely agree with. And he gets swapped in the top lane. It's quite tanky, so he might survive here.
Yep, so we have Wheatfield connecting onto Moa. Andromeda does end up falling in the background as the TP support comes in, and Moa will fall again. This is, I think this is a reoccurring thing every 2 minutes. The Parade of Power comes off cooldown. The Andro and the Moa are the only two people up here, and they both get caught, and they both end up falling. This has happened like 3 times in a row
Yeah,
now. And while
little.
that's going on, there's the Kraken and the Revenant trying to make smoke ganks with the Essence
Hmm.
Shroud. But we saw Big Ego crew grouping up as 5 up there, so they didn't give up any kill opportunities. Also, Maraxis picked up his portal key, and that might have been what you wanted to say. Uh,
Yes.
so they got the portal key picked up, and they have no portal keys picked up yet for Hellborn. So this is why we're seeing a big lead coming out from Big Ego crew so far. They take out the top tier 1 tower as well. They're going to further that lead now to 3,700 gold. The experience lead is pretty much identical though. It's
Yeah, it's not the most.
the chart looks pretty even for both sides. The solo laners up at the top, the tri lane all in the same vicinity.
Yeah, I think that comes down to Legion being a bit more grouped together, as I think
Ooh,
Swain does as well.
invisible Andromeda here. But
Oh
that's a
wait,
pretty
he doesn't.
tanky cloud. He's got Gnome's Wisdom picked up. I actually really like that aura because it
Me too.
does give them both physical and magic armor, so the mortification
Okay.
damage gonna do a bit
Triple
less.
invis. Is anyone
Yeah,
carrying a red
he's level
Legion or
12
not?
now. Are they
Mm.
baiting the clout? Oh, they're
Yeah.
baiting Hellbringer. It looks like Hellbringer's gonna get caught. Are they gonna go for a counter? They might go for a kill here on the Kraken. Here comes the Quake Stun from Meraxis, the Wheatfield on top. Master's Call instantly removed as the damage was pumping up. But Kraken gets the charge away. Here comes the Willowmaker onto Clout. Not doing a whole lot of damage, but he's going to get locked down in the release the Kraken on top of that Mortification. And there goes the Onslaught streak from Sate as we have a hasted Revenant now. The chase is on. Will they get the TP stop on the
No
Myrmidon? No!
fish.
Fish! The fish! He ends up falling as he gets collapsed on 5 versus 1. Yep, sorry you had to witness that,
That
Ramantik.
fish.
Next time, just close your eyes.
My breath.
I know it's painful
No.
for you to see the fish fall, but such is the life of the fish.
Exactly. Sometimes you get caught and get eaten.
Sometimes you get caught like a fish.
Exactly. And so that was a good fight for Hellborn. I guess they on Legion they shouldn't really have went in after the Hellbringer died. And Dutch is really suffering this game. I think this is gonna be one of those games where he says, "Never give me Hellbringer again."
Only
But
240 gold per minute. The Andromeda farming at 290. He's picked up a Vault Stone. Do you think we're going to see a Thunderclaw here on Andro?
probably yeah. It is decent farming item on Andro, as he doesn't really have the best of abilities to farm stacks and
Here comes
such.
the Parade of Power. Gonna land on 3. Here comes the Bluster coming out as well. The TP support comes in. The Quake Stun. They take out the Revenant. They're gonna take out more, Master of Arms, but a nice portal key coming in from Dude as he gets the distance. Will he make the escape though? Is the question. Meraxis is on the hunt. He's not gonna find him. He might blink forward to try to catch him, but Dude's just gonna be a little too slippery with the Striders, so he will survive. It ends up being a 2 for nothing there. So every time they have Parade of Power up, it seems like they win a pretty good engagement.
Yeah, it's a very strong ability, as well as applying a 2 second fear, as well as applying 2 charges for his conscription ability,
Hmm.
getting him that much closer to basically shield the target that he goes for.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, what do you think about something like like an Alchemist Bones on Andromeda, who hasn't really had a fast start due to being in a tri lane. Do you think that could have been an option, or
Uh,
do you think the Thunderclaw makes the most sense?
I do think the Thunderclap makes the most sense. I could see an Outbones work, but I feel like Thunderclaw also kind of has an effect in a fight. Like it does a little bit of damage and gives him stats. Well, while Outbones kind of gives a bit of attack speed. I think they do give about the same attack speed, I guess. But with the extra effect of Thunderclaw, he does a little more in team fights. And so as well as the Alkbons not really being that great at farming stacks, which I believe they want to make unless the jungle is constantly cleared. So I think the Thunderclaw is the best option for him, but the Alkbons wouldn't be half bad either.
So, what do you think we'll see following up the Thunderclaw? Are we going to see something like a Whispering Helm, or are we going to see some more aggressive item like either a Shroud or a Firebrand into a Geometer's Bane? What kind of item are we going to see on a
Mm,
farming Andro?
I would expect the Geometer's Bane next,
Okay.
just because it's a good agility item as well as uh, it kind of can disjoint to Magic Carp, it can disjoint not that much to be honest. It can remove the demonic wave from Hellbringer, which can come into play, but overall it's not, it's not for the effect, it's more for the stats, I guess.
Split pushing, stuff like that. Um, we have failed rot here on the Kraken. He's picked up his portal key, sitting on 900 gold. Looks like Heck's gonna go for their Gongor. No vision of this coming out from Big Ego crew. So we're gonna see a Kongor attempt here, and I think they should be successful.
Yeah, Revenant is decent at taking Conger because of giving his teammates Defile and Mortification, obviously. The negative armor not working on Conger, but it does the damage anyway on his teammates.
So we have Veiled Rod on the Meraxis with Hastrune, Myrmidon here sitting in the trees. Kraken, he's thinking about coming down here to farm, and we have a Luna making her way over. This could be a kill on the Kraken if he gets a
Yeah,
little too hasty.
they
But
do have a lots of Rev Wars here in the bot lane on Legion, so they're making sure top lane.
okay, Cloud gets caught here by the Shroud Gang from Revenant and the team support. I believe they used Willowmaker there. But yeah, Boundai picked up on Meraxis, so they're getting ready for this Acid Shroud ganks now.
They're addressing Snooki now.
hmm 360 gold per minute. He's picked up an Astrolabe and a tablet. Do you think we'll see something like a Hellflower next, or do you think we'll see something like a Geometer's Bane? What do you think we're gonna see out of Revenant next?
Hmm, think both do make sense, but with his tablet, I think he's gonna
Hellflower?
buy a Geometers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I was thinking the Hellflower.
I mean it would be great against Hellbringer not being able to ulti, Cloud not being able to spell. I think it makes maybe more sense, but I feel like he would have bought an Arcana by now if he were gonna
True,
go.
true. I was thinking the Hellflower made the most sense, but we'll see. He's pulling
I
some
think I
gold.
agree.
Do you think he'll need a Shrunken Head this game? Do you think like he'll only be able to buy one of those and then have to go into a Shrunken?
Yeah, I think so. Legion team doesn't even have a right clicker, so all they have is kind of magic. Although obviously the Parade of Power by Cloud goes through,
Right.
and the Bringer Malphas also, the Summon Malphas also goes through. But damage-wise, those are kind of crowd control abilities. But damage-wise, they kind of only have magic. So definitely, I think the Shrunken Head is a very viable option. And I was thinking maybe the Andro even skips going for Geometers, just go for maybe a Firebrand and Shrunken, as well as perhaps the Revenant. It's just gonna skip his next item for Shrunken,
hmm
just because how magic heavy this Legion team is.
Yeah, I think there is some merit to just going straight into Shrunkens, because the timing of Legion's lineup kind of is going to peak, in the next like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to start to fall off as we get later and later. I don't think Hellbringer has the farm he was hoping for. And Cloud, it looks like he's going for a Frostfield plate. Do you like that pickup on Cloud?
Hmm. Well, last time I played Cloud, that wasn't an item yet, but
I think it makes
uh,
some sense this game against all
yeah,
the
definitely.
armor, negative armor, as well as the
Mm-hmm.
them having more right clickers. I think safe to say than Legion.
Okay, so Revenant does end up buying a Firebrand, so Geometers is probably to be expected, which is fine because it allows him to get solo kills. Oh no, Chris.
Was he
he was
veiled routed on the Meraxes?
he had an Invisor and Chris was 1 HP on the Andrew farming an easy camp.
Oh
And
no.
he just walked up and hit him once. Well, he stunned him and left.
Oh, there's a Thunderclaw and Hellbringer.
I think Big Ego crew feels like they are hitting their timing now. Although they don't have the Frostfield Blade or what did Hellbringer buy? I
Thunderclaw.
suppose Thunderclaw. Wait, really?
Yeah, he's gonna go Hyper
Ah,
Crown. I think that's part of the carry Hellbringer build.
but staff.
Here comes the
or
Willowmaker onto Clout. Is he gonna get locked down? Acid Bomb is down. He gets the Bluster off, but he cannot get his Parade of Power off. Here comes a Malphus, but it's a
late.
bit of a late Malphus.
Yeah.
I feel like Dutch is playing with delay today.
Yeah, maybe. I
He's
feel like
been
he
he's
could
been
have
kind
done
of
something
slow.
about Cloud dying with the Malphus, but maybe the call was to go back and Cloud just kind of got grasped and died. But so have you seen Carry Hellbringer before? Because I've never seen it. I thought it.
I've heard about it, but not really witnessed it too much. As we
Oh,
see, Andro tank a boulder, caught it
yeah.
on cam. But we have Big Ego Crew thinking about making a defense here. I don't know if they have
They're
vision.
fairly low.
Yeah, we might see a jump come out. I don't think they have the vision though. Are they gonna?
Uh,
Oh, that would have been such a good time to jump because they were low.
oh
But
no.
Andromeda? Oh no, he gets caught here all by himself.
I
Master's
guess
Call
shield.
comes out, but
It's not gonna be enough. Oh,
oh,
even the
even the
parade of
parade.
fire.
That's a lot of stuff used.
Yeah.
They used 3 ultimates there, maybe 4. No, the Hellbringer one was already used. 3 ultimates.
Mhm.
Take out the Andro. So yeah, he's going straight Hyper Crown. I think that's really greedy on the Andro too.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I agree.
And this is why I was
So.
thinking something like an Alchemist Bones into like a more defensive item, like either the Geobane
Mhm.
or the Shroud, something to like allow him more presence in the game. Because just going straight Hyper Crown, it's kind of tough on a hero like Andromeda.
So, what do you think of this Hellbringer picking up a? I mean, you said it's part of the Hellbringer carry build, but I still feel like their timing is about to be now, and he's not gonna be ready for team fighting if he buys a
Hyper Crown,
Thunderclaw now
yeah.
or a Hypercron. Yeah, I think most Hellbringers usually not played in a carry role, of course, or position one role. You pick up just a staff and a resto stone perhaps, or either. I don't know. So and that already boosts their fighting power by so much.
Yeah.
And it's usually enough to go ahead and take the fights down. I I wonder if Dutch was gonna do that, and they just feel like they missed their timing a bit here because the Hellbringer is not farmed enough, and they are not ahead too much, or he was just gonna buy a Thunderclaw anyway, no matter what happens.
We're gonna have the Geobane finished here on Revenant. Pretty sure he's
Mhm.
gonna pick that up, or he might just go straight into Shrunken. I don't know. I feel like I might get surprised here, and it might just be a Shrunken head.
Oh yeah.
But
Uh,
Kraken has his Shrunken head, so there is pretty even spread farm across the board. Deadwood has
yeah.
even a Lex Stallion picked up on top of his portal key, so he's got the level 2 Willowmaker as well. But he might be dying mid lane if he gets caught here. Here comes the Malphus. And here comes the stun from Aluna, the power throw, a lot of damage. The demon strike, I believe, hit. Or demon, yep.
Mhm.
So, yep, Deadwood just getting caught here in the mid lane.
The clicker man was not controlling the Malphas there for a bit, but hopefully he gets a hold of him. Malphas is hitting creeps there. And top lane, can
Yep,
get rid of
Morax
the
is gonna
Kraken.
get the catch here, but Kraken pops the shrunken head. Grabs a swap from Andromeda, and I think he's gonna make the escape. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Revenant and Moa take out the Cloud, so some big kills happening from Hex on both the lanes. And
Well,
Hellbringer's just farming a hard camp over here
well positioned
at
by
at Snail
Kraken,
space.
making sure his teammate could swap him and get out. And yeah, it looks like Hex is taking control over the game right now. I don't really see anything game changing coming up for Legion either. I wonder what Dutch is gonna buy with his 2000 gold,
I
if
think
he's gonna invest.
I think Snooki on Revenant like he wants to buy a straight shrunken because he's feeling like
Yeah,
he needs
should
it, but at
happen
the
now,
same
right?
time I feel like he could have gotten away with the Geobane.
I agree. He could have
Because
gotten away with it.
it's not like Big Ego Crew's looking to end the game, even though their lineup I think is on the clock versus Huck. I think Hex is better late game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Revenant and Andromeda and Kraken, all those heroes scale much better than the heroes on Legion, especially given the current farm situation.
Definitely agree there. And as another thing is, the fish is not going for staff, the Myrmidon, and so I wonder how they're gonna get him a staff because it really boosts his presence in a fight to have staff because he just becomes this big tanky hard hitting mass.
Yeah, and also he could staff the Hellbringer, which we talked about.
Yeah, and
Staff on
so I wonder
Hellbringer.
if they are going for staff on the Hellbringer and then giving it to the fish instead. Because I kind of like Fish's item builds this game. Myrmidon's item. Okay, it's gone for Hyper Crown. Again, I think too greedy. But
Yeah. Andro is just kind of so like what kind of bothers me is like Andro has really been passive, just farming, but he's not farming
mhm.
fast. He's only 350 GPM.
Yeah, because he's dying as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So this is where I feel like Alchemist Bones. I don't know. I just really go back to I'm a firm believer in Alch Bones, and
hmm
sure he would farm stack slower, but I think he would be higher
Yeah.
GPM, higher XPM. I think everything would be better.
To be fair, I think history proves you right here because, like, or the outcome here because he hasn't even been really farming stacks. I think he's just been farming plain jungle
So
because
the
his
hypercount
teammates
is
are.
is worse. Like it'd be better
Yeah.
if there were stacks, right? That's
Oh,
your.
Aluna. Oh, he picks up a Hellflower in the end on Snooki. He doesn't pick up a Shrunken. Huh.
I mean,
So
we talked
it's
about
going full.
Hellflower. We just
Yeah,
we
yeah,
kind of gave up on the thought of him picking one up because he went Firebrand.
yeah. And we
So when
thought
you
he's
pick up
gonna go.
Firebrand, it's usually more like Firebrand Shrunken route, but
hmm
Hellflower into Geobane is still quite strong, and I'm not surprised
Yeah.
by a Hellflower pick. I'm just surprised that it was like all pulled up at once, because the
hmm
the pieces of Hellflower are really efficient. I think Arcana is a pretty nice build-up item because you can buy the
Yeah, I
buy
agree.
the pieces slowly. But
hmm
I love the Hellflower pick. I think even because we talked about how Big Ego Crew's draft is really magic centered. If you Hellflower any one target like on the side of Big Ego Crew as you go for like ganks and stuff,
hmm
like Hellflower is really good against blocking down these heroes from getting their ultimates off. So it's a great pickup. And
Yeah.
there's no Sand Scepters. There's nothing to really combat the Hellflower right now from Legion side. They just have tablets, so they can tablet people, but they can't remove the effect.
hmm
So that hero is gonna keep their spell off cooldown or on cooldown
Okay. Yeah.
for the full
Cloud
duration.
finished his Frostfield plate now.
Yep. I
Uh,
I want to see him pick up a Resto Stone next item. I feel like he's got enough mana pool now, and I feel like once he hits the 16 mark,
hmm
Kraken's actually gonna show himself here. I think he showed himself. They should have seen him. Surprised they're not
Yeah.
jumping with the Meraxis there.
Yeah, I think they were anticipating some more heroes here from the Hellborn because they put the Rev War down and were very anticipatingly moving here behind the Cloud. And perhaps Kraken was like not their priority target. They want to go for the Revenant, I think.
So do you think Kraken goes demonic with the plate mail? I don't think he'll go Frostfield plate, right? I think demonic would make more sense.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it would also
Um,
buff up his team's.
oh, fish.
Yep, Fish gonna get caught here. He's gonna go down. Wake stun comes out. Master of Arms goes down in response. He doesn't get his Master's Call off. And Deadwood gonna take some Goblin tosses, but here comes Kraken now with the Shrunken. He's gonna charge up. Doesn't get the stun. And the release the Kraken will whiff initially, but they'll catch the Clout. Here comes a Malphus. Deadwood does get his ultimate up, and he will end up falling. Double tap comes out for Clout. And he's still pretty tanky. I think they have the Miraxis. They decide not to jump. Okay. A little bit
Okay.
surprised. I think he could have went for the YOLO blink because they had the 4 versus 2 advantage. I don't really feel like if he blinks ahead, he gets punished there. I feel like they should have went for it.
Yeah. Maybe not feeling so confident. I don't know.
Perhaps they just made the call to fall back and do Kong, but I feel like they could have went for the play there because I don't really think they get punished jumping ahead because they're 4 versus 2. Kraken already used Shrunken and released the Kraken. Anyway,
Okay, so
they're gonna get Kongor here.
So it looks like Fish is not gonna get.
Volka, he didn't tank the boulder for me. He portal keyed the boulder.
Looks like Fish is not getting a staff, but he might get it from Hellbringer as he picks up a glowstone.
Yep.
Indicating that he's gonna go for a staff here.
So he's gonna go for Storm Spirit on Myrmidon.
Most likely, yeah. I don't think it's a Nullstone or a Cleaver. What else can he buy with that?
Jade Spire,
No,
Resto
yeah,
Stone. It won't be Resto Stone. There's no
won't be
purpose for that.
Stone.
Could be Jade
So,
Spire,
yeah.
but it's probably Storm.
Fair to
They
say
already
it's
have
gonna be a
gnomes
Storm.
for Unclout, so yeah, it should be a Storm Spirit.
Oh,
And
Hellbringer
this
spotted
ward
him
is
by
gonna
the
get
sword.
counter warded. Yep. We got Miraxis leading the way. Is he gonna spot out the Moa? Looks like he's gonna just turn his attention toward the warding.
Correct. Does pick up a
Hellflower.
Hellflower, and now he sees the mortification of the creep, so he knows Revenant's around and he's
Yep.
jumping.
Good catch here. Hellflower comes out. Revenant can't get his tablet off. Lex Talionis comes out. The fish connects. The fish. You get the. That's a pretty big pick off there. We'll see if they do anything for 65 seconds here. Mid lane, Clout. The charge is gonna miss from Whoop. Pray to Power comes in. He's gonna turn it around, but they don't decide to go in. Actually, a little bit surprised. The team support was coming. I think Clout could have manned up a little bit better. Quakestun comes in. The axes are slowing. This is going to be a dead Moa. It's only a matter of time. The fish comes in with the weak field.
Okay, nice. A bit of sign of life from Legion team, as they were kind of falling behind for a while.
Man,
And
I just keep going back to this Andromeda. His GPM has really not picked up. He's still only
yeah,
370 gold per minute.
buyback from Snooki. That's interesting.
Was that a little preemptive? I mean, they weren't knocking on the
Yeah.
base yet.
See, I wonder if Alburn team thinks they're behind or something, but because those kind of buybacks are like, yeah, I'm buying back so they don't push or something.
Yeah.
But I think they could have helped without him.
By the way, he
Unless-
bought a Spell Sunder on Hellbringer. Man,
Oh,
I don't get it. So like, okay, so here's what I think he's thinking. He's like, I'm gonna apply dot damage to everyone, and then my evil presence is gonna heal me more, right? Because he's doing more damage with magic to everyone that gets hit by Malphus. There's 2 portal keys he's canceling with the dot damage, but like, is that worth 2,600 gold? Like, isn't staff just better?
Think so.
I think staff is just better. I mean, there's arguments for canceling portal keys, applying your.
Is the last time? Okay,
He's
so
gonna
last
heal a
time-
lot though. He is gonna heal a lot, and I think that's the reasoning. But
yeah,
but
last time
I think it's not that
casted
strong.
Them, subtly team bought a Spell Thunder Bombardier on Bombardier, and we criticized that too. And he told me that it's an actually good item, although we didn't speak for it. He just told me in chat, so he didn't really give a reason for it. But he said it's good. So maybe they know something we don't. I don't know.
I mean, I know what it does. It's like Kraken and Deadwood, who are the tankier targets. They're gonna take more damage over time. It's gonna stop portal keys. Like those are the main reasons you're buying it because you're against tanky targets. You want to cancel blinks. You want
Mm-hmm.
to just keep applying magic damage. But the argument I have is that I think other things are better, and I think a lot of the times you can argue other items having more value over some items.
Oh,
Luna's
Max is
gonna
out
get
of
caught
position.
here. This is gonna be a pretty quick kill, I think. Acid Bomb is ticking him down. He doesn't get the tablet off for some
Rate of
reason.
power
Here
misses.
comes the Release the Kraken. It misses. Meanwhile, Moraxis is diving onto Revenant kind of solo here, but he's getting the team
Oh my
back
god.
up. They're gonna get the kill onto Hellbringer. That's Andro, I guess. Andro dealt some pretty heavy damage over in the background that I missed, but Moa is gonna get taken out here. Kraken has a regen rune, but no Release the Kraken anymore, so the numbers, they're actually even, three versus three, but I think
That was
Deadwood had to go heal.
a very massive fight.
Yeah,
Not
it was
only
hard
did the
to cast
parry
that.
of power miss,
Oh, okay.
also the Kraken
Release
released
the
the Kraken
Kraken
also.
missed.
And
Yeah.
they kind of left Dutch alone versus Kraken, Andrew, and who
Moa?
else was there? Deck?
Moa, I think. Or Andro,
Moa,
sorry.
yeah.
No, not Moa. Moa's
Yeah,
dying
Kraken,
to.
maybe it was just Kraken and Andrew because I saw two of Andrew, perhaps.
Well,
Uh,
we've done a lot of criticizing to Andro, but he's he's got the Geometer's Bane now. And now this is where I think the build starts to kind of come online.
mm-hmm.
Like now that he's got the Geobane and the Hyper Crown, he'll start to really pump out damage. I think if he picks up either like a Wingbow or a Genjuro now, I think he's gonna really pump out damage.
Mm-hmm. Casting some power.
And
but
I think I would rather see Genjuro because I think the slow with the Geometer's Bane illusion sitting, I think that's a bit more powerful than the Wingbow.
mm-hmm. True.
So this
Uh,
Kongor will fall here in favor of Hex.
I'm just.
Oh, whoop. Okay, he calculated it. He calculated it. He actually ports
I'm
up to
still
the
not
top
over.
lane.
Still not
Essence
over
Shroud
what I'm
gank
doing.
coming out. They might catch Cloud out. Cloud is all by himself. He does not have a way to get out. Here comes the Hellflower. The charge from Kraken. I think the Release the Kraken was
Here
even
comes three
unnecessary.
from Big Ego though. Counter gank.
Yep, Maraxis, he's
Go for
thinking
the
about
Moa.
going in with the stomp. They're gonna line up too with the Luna stun. Here comes the Quake stun on top onto the weed field. Beautiful team support coming in from the side of Big Ego crew. Mech starting that off with the portal key. Emerald Red, he is going to fall. Speaking of him, Caster's Curse. And here comes Kraken with another Tsunami charge, but he's trying to make the escape, I think. Meanwhile, off to the background, Andromeda is here. The damage is coming in. They're gonna get the kill onto Fish. Fish does fall. Hellbringer also fell. And the cleanup might be in favor of Hex.
Oh no.
And the port is going to be successful here from Moraxis, but he is the only one to survive. It ends up being a 4-for-2 fight.
No stuff for fish, no win.
The damage coming in from Andromeda at the end there.
Yeah, it was.
He was on cleanup duty. I mean, Big Ego crew used a lot there to take out both the Master and the Revenant.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really not noticing Hellbringer's impact in some of these fights.
Yeah,
I think he just got completely melted. He didn't even get his Malphus off, so I really don't know what happened. I think he might have got blasted by Deadwood. Honestly, I missed it, but I didn't see who the Willowmaker went on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that they blew up Hellbringer with Andro
It was
and
a bit
Deadwood.
unfortunate that Max didn't have his Emerald Red, because then he could get evasion from Deja Vu in that fight, because he used red power throws for the Conger in that fight, so he died initially and didn't get to participate in the fight. By the way, Deadwood picks up a sheep.
No, Aluna started that fight off with a two-man stun, and then the Quake and the Wheatfield came on top.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, so he actually started that fight. But yeah, you pointed it out. I was gonna say it. Deadwood. I don't know where he got the sheepstick from, but apparently he's got one.
I don't know where.
Duder's using gold hack. He's found himself a sheepstick. I mean, he's on 260 GPM. It's 43 minutes in. It's not unheard of to have a sheep, but pretty impressive at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. And oh, looks like Cloud is going both a Frostful and a Frostfield. Unless at Dawnbreaker, but I don't think so.
I think the Resto Stone would be a lot better here.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think Resto Stone is.
I think we're at the stage of the game where having two Parade of Powers, staggering the fears in and out twice. I think that's game changing. Same with the Hellbringer. I really don't know why we're not seeing Staff or Resto Stone.
Yeah, me neither. Feels like they're trying to make this Hellbringer, but
But
I don't understand.
I think this is Hex's game to lose now. I mean, we're in the late
Yeah,
game stages. They got the better late game. Andromeda,
Andrew
by the way,
picks
picks up a Nullfire Blade. Um,
none of that, but it's good for agility, really good for agility. But
so there's a
hmm,
lot of reasons I think you could argue a Nullfire is good here. Um, A, the mana combustion, uh, with the illusions, amplifying his damage output. B, purging stuff like the Malphus. Pur- Once he levels it up, he could self-purge the debuffs off himself, the Clout Bluster, the Demonic Wave from Hellbringer.
yeah,
Um, can purge the slows off from Moraxis. He cannot, however, purge allies, so he cannot purge Hellflowers and stuff. So that is
yeah,
a drawback. Deadwood gonna get caught here. I missed I missed that actually.
yeah. But an argument against going for Genjuro for Andro would be that they have Revenants. I'm pretty sure Legion has
That's true.
quite.
I actually should have probably considered that. That
So I
he
think
probably doesn't need the Genjuro.
actually Hellfire isn't like that bad of a choice. I still prefer a Wingbow for the like range buff
Yeah,
as well.
that
Odin.
was a reason why I was thinking when I said Genjuro or Wingbow, I was thinking the range and the evasion on the illusions and stuff, just making him
Mm-hmm.
harder to bring down.
It would be a great
But
pickup.
so whenever I see Nullfire, I want it to be leveled up. I don't want it to be kept level one. 'Cause I think if you pick up a Nullfire and keep it level one, that's not a good utilization of the item.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
It is. It scales well with the
did Kraken
agility too.
actually just farm a Resto, or did he just buy the recipe? Because I feel like does he actually have a Resto Stone on top of a Frostplate?
Last time I checked, he had 3k saved up, so he could have. I think he might have it.
That
I'm
is
looking.
a lot of farm on Kraken. Where did he get a Resto Stone from?
He does have 430 get 3 p.m., so he's a second top
Damn.
farmer in the.
Holy crap, Kraken is that's a pretty good spot he's in.
Mhm.
He's got Shrunken, Frostfield, uh, and the ulti to refresh,
Yeah,
and the
oh,
sun.
yeah. And he didn't end up not going the demonic, he went the Frostfield.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I think the demonic would have been a little bit nicer because
Probably.
there's
Yeah,
there's a lot less auto attackers I feel like on Legion than there is on Hellborn. So I think the Frostfield blade on Clout makes a lot more sense than the Frostfield blade on Kraken. Do you agree?
mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I think the demonic would have been a bit better. I'm gonna try replay. Wait a minute.
Okay.
No, I don't want to type to mentor. Why does it tell me to type to mentor? I
Mm-hmm.
want to replay underscore auto skip pause one.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't work. We're still
Didn't
paused.
work.
I don't
That
know why it
sucks.
doesn't work, but we're gonna have to stay in pause here, unfortunately.
Okay, so one interesting thing is that Myrmidon. Well, it's a really minor thing, but to buy a storm, you can uh, disband your chalice and use the or what's it called?
Scarab?
Scarab, yeah,
Yeah,
into
I
the
agree.
storm and a bit of gold efficiency, and as well as the storm kind of provides you the mana regeneration that you get from the chalice anyway.
Not sure what
So
item he's missing here, as he has those both. Um, I was gonna say I'm looking at the damage chart, and Andromeda, who's the damage dealer for Hellborn, is only on 7%.
yeah, he's been mostly looking at creeps this game, I suppose.
Yeah. I think that's also
Um,
reflected in his score too. He's only been in 13 kills. I
yeah,
guess
Moraxis is
that's
good
not too
though.
far behind the rest of his team though.
I think
Moraxis at
Wilka's having an
14%.
excellent game on the Moraxis. This game is playing
I
really well.
agree. 10, 10, 2, and 10. He's fallen behind in GPM, but that's just due to his movement
Mm,
around the map, picking up the eye
yeah,
and trying to set up stuff. Um, he picks up a Soul's Bulwark. I think there's merit to him picking up a Demonic. Do you think
definitely.
him skipping something like a Shrunken Head is just fine? As he's gonna die
Yeah,
to minus armor probably anyway.
yeah. I think a Shrunken is not the best option for Moraxis at the moment. He is not. like he's the initiator, so he's probably getting off his peak and is done anyway. As well as he can probably pop his matrix, so he does his job at that point. Any further resetting is just a bonus, and it's his kind of his team job to take it from there. And so while I do see the merit of him picking up a shrunken for that reset ability, or not die after initiating, which he doesn't, by the way. He only died twice.
Yep.
And so yeah, I think getting other items like the demonic, for example, is pretty good for him.
So if I told you Meraxis would have the least deaths in the game, would that surprise you?
Hmm. I mean, he does have it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but if you weren't watching the game, would you? Is that the hero you'd expect to have the least deaths?
No, definitely not.
I don't think
I
so
think,
either. I think that's him having a
and
really
even
good game.
the Kraken's also only on 3 deaths. Like both the initiators on the sides of Legion and Hellborn have not really died a lot.
His initiators, they play so pussy, man. They don't die.
They don't go in.
Nah, yeah, they don't.
Alright.
They don't initiate. What noobs? No, they're playing pretty well. But
Hmm.
what else
Another
can we?
similarity, both Dutch and Andrew have died 9 times, and Andrew's score is 6-9. Nice.
Doesn't look like he's upgrading his nullfire blade, so
But Dutch Baito.
I feel like if he's not gonna upgrade the nullfire, he probably could have gotten away with a shroud into a Genjuro. They do kind of do similar things though, and you did talk about the revenants having invis, but I feel like you buy the Genjuro a lot of the time for the slow too, right? Not only the
Yeah,
like
not
because
not
it's
the.
a big late game item, 6.2k gold, gives you
Mm-hmm.
agility, gives you that crit out of shroud.
Yeah, mobility a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I
yeah,
don't like it. I don't think it's a bad item, even though like Legion is pretty ready for invis ganks at this point. But maybe that just kind of pushes the Wingbow versus Genjiro argument in Wingbow's favor a little bit.
yeah.
Okay, next
So
guy.
Elbringer has 3.4k gold. I don't know what the heck he's gonna buy because I've been wrong pretty much for everything except for that I
Let's
figured he
go.
would buy a Hypercrown.
I really want him to buy staff, please. Not even for the merm. Like I know I'm obsessing over Myrmidon staff, but just the Hellbringer just becomes such a much greater hero with the staff. You
Hmm.
don't
That's
even need
true.
to give it fish. I mean, the fish ultimate, while it does get better, I do think it's great on its own as well. I don't think, I don't think it's like always necessary for a fish to have staff to be useful with the ultimate. I think it's kind of good on its own as well. But of course, I would love to see it.
Double damage in the bottle of Revenant.
Morax
Revenant
is double.
Revenant has really slowed down. He was
Mm-hmm.
once upon a time he was the top farmer in the game, right? He was like a 500 gold
Kind
per
of
minute.
swap places with the Andro GPM wise, right?
I
Probably.
was I was expecting Revenant to really take over this game with like Geometer's Bane and a Hellflower really early, but he's really tapered off.
Maybe the Legion team kind of started feeling out the rhythm of the game, uh, and his ganks have
Oh,
been a bit
Deadwood, I think he might have gotten seen on this Ward of Sight here.
definitely
Uh,
now as he
may
passes the line there. I think,
maybe they spotted him. I think Myrmidon's gonna go check this out. Let's see if
yeah. Oh, there.
dude's gonna get the
Oh,
PK. But here comes Meraxis. He's gonna line up one axe. Fish is coming in. Master's Call. They're gonna fall back as the TVs were coming in.
I think Dutch boat is shrunk, and I'm gonna cry.
Dutch bought a Shrunken?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Uh,
I think that doesn't necessarily help his cause. I feel like there's still a lot he has to deal with. He's gonna get either punched and still die, or he's gonna get
like
hellflowered, or he's gonna get
yeah.
sheeped. by Deadwood.
Yeah,
Like I feel like there's a lot of stuff that can like even if he gets the Shunken off, I guess is my point. I feel like he's still gonna get
yeah.
he's
It's
still gonna
not.
have issues this game.
Yeah, it doesn't save him. It's not like he can just pop the Shrunken and go toe to toe with Andrew.
No.
Like, not gonna happen. You just gotta utilize. But again, I don't know what the plan here for
I
Pigeon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remain with my point that I think this is Hex's game to lose at this point.
Yeah.
This is this is late game territory and they got the better scaling draft. I don't think Hellbringer has had the game that they were hoping for. And
Mhm.
you know, you could argue Clout doesn't have like the greatest GPM either, but his ultimate really scales well, you know, even into late game with the fear. But yeah, I don't like the Frostal Skull pickup on Cloud either. I think that should have been Resto Stone.
If Cloud does pick up Resto, he's fine. Like his itemization, just like one
The Veiled
maybe.
Rots are going to be broken here. The Quake Stun is going to miss following up the Hellflower. Will Kraken look to engage? It doesn't look like Hex wants to take this fight, so
The
despite the
two
initiation,
initiations.
yeah, despite this initiation failing from BEC, they still weren't in position to take that fight.
Mhm. Yeah, just the illusions from Andrew wreaking a lot of havoc among Legion, and so yeah, I feel like Cloud doesn't need a lot of items to be useful.
Did
Just
he? Wait, he bought a Shrunken on Andro, right? He didn't have that before.
oh yeah, that's fresh.
Because he was sitting on a lot of gold, so
Mhm.
it makes
That's a
much more sense for Andro to have a Shrunken than Hellbringer to have a Shrunken.
mhm.
That one I'm okay with because although it's not what we talked about, I think you can always argue a Shrunken uh, on the carry, you know, on this side makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense.
and it's not like he's awfully far from his next item. 3.3k saves up still.
Right. But
Some
the issue I have is his slots are kind of getting clogged up now.
true. He might
So
sell his Hungry Spirit for something better, like a wing bow. I don't think he necessarily needs sustained life steal in this, because there's no right click here.
Courts are coming into the top lane. We're gonna have a fight. Stormsphere comes in onto Meraxis. Willowmaker comes in onto Cloud. That's not the target you want to be punching. Here comes Kraken. He's gonna miss the charge. Myrmidon stuck on the hill. Is he gonna get the TP on out? He might make it out. We have Revenant gonna get the tablet from the teammate. Here comes Release the Kraken locking down some heroes in the background. He uses two Release the Krakens, and they're gonna get the kill onto Aluna as well. Clout did end up falling. Hellbringer, he was actually the first one in the fight to fall, so they did focus down the Hellbringer. I think he was stuck in the Release the Krakens, and I think nobody. Okay, only Deadwood died, so they got 3 for 1 here.
I
Yeah,
didn't see Hellbringer that fight, but I don't suppose he had a lot of impact. He did get off his ult.
he got off his ulti, but yeah, I don't really think he's getting to right click too much. Here comes
Yeah.
a stomp. The buybacks are happening from both Hellbringer and Aluna. Myrmidon does end up falling. Meraxis, he's going to melt. He drops the Boundai,
This
and
looks like
I think it's just gotten to that point where the timing window was missed here. Now they did get the kill onto Andromeda, and he did buy out a Symbol of Rage, so he actually falls. Okay, he doesn't have a buyback. We'll see if they can make anything happen with this.
uh
They're only up on the two supports though, so I think the death on Andro doesn't really make too much of a
uh
difference. Revenant, he's got his Hellflower up. He's trying to get in range. He gets the slow. The Hellflower is put up. Here comes the power throw, the stun. Myrmidon, he's thinking about even turning this one around. Here comes a Weed Field, but the charge from Kraken, a beautiful tablet coming in from Max. Will it matter in the end? It doesn't look like it. The smackdowns are coming out as Whoop is on a Savage 6 streak. And you know what that means, Remedy, when Whoop is on a Savage 6 streak? It usually means Hex is in a pretty good spot. We're going to
oh
see
yeah.
Snooki get taken out here by the Parade of Power from King Clout. Release the Kraken is going to come out. Here comes the lockdown from the Willowmaker. There is no Sheepstick available, as I believe he did use that. Whoop is going to fall. Okay, so his Savage 6 streak comes to an end. But
Does it mean
there was
big eagle comeback?
no further buybacks, actually.
Mhm.
I don't know about that one. I mean,
Okay.
they're down 15k plus they've used more buybacks than Hellborn.
Yeah, I don't see it happening right now. Not with well, their carry is the lowest level in their team, and Well, not the highest
Somebody
GPM
should buy
either,
Dutch
but
a tome. I mean, I don't know why Mex
eh,
doesn't just buy him a
give him,
tome.
give him tone.
Maybe Mex used all the tomes and that's why he's level 21.
Yeah.
Mex is a pretty greedy support player, huh?
yeah. They
294
you didn't
294
think that.
GPM, taking 7 kills away from his team, and he's not buying tome for Dutch? I mean, that's just
Yeah.
toxic.
If you ask anyone on Big Ego, they're gonna tell you Max is just
But that's why they're called Big Ego Crew, right?
yeah.
They're all individually trying to carry Dutch.
Yeah.
But he's too heavy this game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a bit too heavy this game. I don't know. uh,
Like
don't know what the
I think Deadwood has a better chance of carrying this game. Like
pretty
Deadwood
much
has cheap post haste. Like they might as well just let Dude carry.
exactly. Well, looks like conquer them from Legion, and yeah. I hope Max buys a staff for fish because I have lost hope for Dutch now.
Man, when I see Fish, I always want to see him with staff. And there's
Same.
no staff on Fish. Do you think they're losing because there's no staff on Fish?
I think they're losing because there's no staff on
I think they're.
Hellbringer, but
I think there's. Okay, they're gonna jump that illusion, and it's gonna get destroyed. 4K gold
it,
on the Kraken. What do you think Kraken is gonna buy on his last item?
oh man. Probably, I mean, a sheep would make sense because
Because he's got
he has
Restless
rest
Stone.
already. Yeah,
Man,
it's
speaking of
just
staffs, I would love to see staff on Kraken, but he didn't buy Demonic. He bought Frostfield plates, so I would like it
mm,
a little bit less. Oh,
oh,
here comes a sheep! The Lex, the punch, the fish! He storms
fish is
himself.
dying.
Fish! No,
Fish is alive.
Master's
He
call.
needs to get out of the acid bomb. Okay, nice. He
They're gonna get the
totally
kill onto Deadwood here as the clout will lock him down. Fish actually survived, man.
he died.
Fish! Here
He
comes the flank
survived.
though from Revenant and Kraken. All the TPs are gonna
Oof.
happen. They're not gonna find anybody. So, wait, Dutch died? Where did the?
Dash.
Oh my God, Dutch died again. He died to Kraken and Revenant over in the jungle. I actually missed it. So while they were losing their Deadwood, they traded it for Dutch.
Mhm. Yeah. So Dutch isn't getting any more Malphus off this game, I think. and
So
Max
is
is
Andro gonna
just
drop his boots now for something? Oh man, I'm missing a fight at the Rex. Moraxis ends up dying here. I think he got locked down by the Hellflower.
double
He
realistic
he
Kraken.
didn't get his Matrix off, so the
he got
Hellflower from Zaduki coming into play there.
he got double realistic Kraken as well.
They're taking the Rex without Andro even being here.
Yeah. That's how far ahead they are, I guess. They picked up two Shrunkers. I guess Nuki didn't find it necessary to buy Shrunken, but looks like I think this might be Mega Creeps because now Aluna's dying and Morex doesn't have buyback and there's not much they can do, honestly.
No, this is the end.
Parade of Power
There's
is
no
down.
buybacks on Legion. Dutch gets his shrunken off. He's gonna survive. He's gonna survive, but he gets swapped in. He should die now. Or will he? He's healing. The
Uh,
GGs are called, and Hex will take it here in game number 4. That's a pretty fun one.
yeah, Shortcut, you made me proud. Well played on Fish,
No,
but
I
not so
mean,
much.
it was a little bit of a dragged out game. I think we talked about
Yeah.
it for about 20 minutes there. Like, this was kind of Hex's game to lose at that point. But
Mhm.
they stuck it out. They kept trying. Can't fault them for that one. But I like that both sides drafted some different stuff. It was a pretty fun one to watch.
Yeah, it was a good try. I think the Fish had great impact. Uh, early game, he was in like I think he was in 15 out of like 18 kills on his team, which is quite impressive. I think Shortguns had a great day of play. Uh, I don't know if they're gonna go more.
That was actually game 4. That was
That was game 4, so yeah, a quick starting games actually, and we get more games that way. It's kind of nice, but they are done now, so really
yeah.
well played. Both teams 2-2 in the
Yep.
end.
Everyone's a winner today. It was 2-2
Hmm.
score. They evened it up.
But I'm gonna give the edge to Big Ego because they drafted Fish, of course. So they're winners in my
Nice
eyes.
favoritism coming in.
But yeah, shout out to Shorkan